WNBA finals. And so I'll leave it there. I mean, I'm just obviously disheartened. I'm a human too. I have a family. I have 2 kids who are devastated by these comments, and so all I'll say is just...
According to multiple reports, league officials gathered behind closed doors for what was described as a high-level meeting focused on the WNBA's future. Sources suggested the atmosphere was serious, with executives discussing issues that extended far beyond the results of any single game. Rather than routine league business, the reported conversations centered on the growing attention surrounding women's basketball and how the league should respond as its popularity continues to surge. Much of the speculation has focused on an upcoming NBC partnership and what it could mean for the league's long-term direction, making the meeting one of the most closely watched developments of the season. As public interest has grown, so have debates about officiating, player treatment, and how the league manages the rise of its newest stars. Critics have questioned whether recent controversies have distracted from the sport's momentum, while supporters argue that the WNBA now has a rare opportunity to expand its audience like never before. With new media partnerships, increased sponsorship opportunities, and greater financial investment on the horizon, many believe league leaders are under pressure to strengthen the league's image and build a sustainable foundation for future growth. According to reports, much of the internal discussion was not just about basketball, it was about the identity and future of the WNBA itself. NBC's reported interest has become a major part of that conversation. Reports indicate that network executives have closely followed the season, praising the league's growing television audiences while also expressing concern about how certain high-profile situations have unfolded. Although the details of those conversations have not been publicly confirmed, many believe broadcast partners want assurance that the league is prepared to protect its momentum and continue building around the increased attention women's basketball is receiving. Large media companies invest with long-term expectations, and many analysts believe they naturally want the league's biggest attractions to remain front and center. Reports have suggested that Caitlin Clark's popularity is viewed as a significant factor in future broadcasting plans, with some comparing the strategy to the NBA's history of promoting its biggest stars to help grow the sport. Those reports remain unverified, but they have fueled widespread discussion about whether the league should place greater emphasis on marquee players while continuing to promote the strength of the league as a whole. According to the speculation, league officials are now balancing 2 important priorities: maintaining the WNBA's long-standing team-first culture while also embracing the commercial opportunities created by its fastest-rising stars. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is widely viewed as being at the center of that challenge, navigating growing business expectations alongside the perspectives of players, coaches, and league stakeholders. Reports also suggest that executives from major media partners, including NBC, Amazon, and Disney, recognize the significant audience growth surrounding the league's newest stars, while others within the basketball community continue to emphasize that the WNBA's success should be built collectively rather than around one individual. Whether those reported discussions accurately reflect internal conversations remains unclear, but one thing is certain: as fan interest, television ratings, and commercial investment continue to rise, every major decision will receive more scrutiny than ever before, making this one of the most important periods in the league's history. For many longtime WNBA players who helped build the league over the years without receiving the same level of national attention, the sport's recent surge in popularity has naturally sparked new conversations about recognition, growth, and the league's future. At the same time, media companies remain focused on audience engagement, television ratings, and viewership trends. Analysts have noted that games featuring the league's biggest stars often attract larger audiences, making those players an important part of the WNBA's growing commercial success. The timing of these discussions has added to the public debate, particularly following recent controversies over roster decisions and other high-profile storylines. Some observers believe those moments highlighted the challenge of balancing basketball decisions with the expectations of broadcasters, sponsors, and an expanding fan base. Reports and speculation have suggested that major media partners are eager to see the league continue protecting its momentum and maximizing its growth opportunities, although the details of any internal discussions have not been publicly confirmed. Questions about officiating have also become a major part of the conversation. Many fans have called for greater consistency in how physical play is officiated, particularly in games involving the league's most recognizable stars. Some supporters argue that improving player safety and enforcing the rules consistently would benefit both the athletes and the league's long-term success, while others believe the WNBA should continue embracing its traditionally physical style of basketball. As the league attracts larger audiences and increased financial investment, these debates have become even more significant. Beneath the business discussions lies a broader cultural shift. Veteran players spent years helping elevate women's basketball under far different circumstances, often fighting for greater visibility, better resources, and increased respect. Now that the WNBA is experiencing unprecedented growth, many believe the challenge is finding the right balance between honoring those pioneers while embracing the new generation of stars driving the league to new heights. Regardless of differing opinions, one thing is clear: the future of the WNBA will depend on balancing competitive integrity, player recognition, commercial growth, and the continued development of the sport as a whole. Reports indicate that private discussions have focused on how players, veteran stars, and league leaders are responding to the WNBA's rapidly changing spotlight as Caitlin Clark's popularity continues to grow. Questions remain about whether shifting attention could influence team dynamics, business partnerships, promotional strategies, or the league's public image. There has also been speculation about behind-the-scenes efforts to shape the conversation surrounding Clark's growing influence, although none of these claims have been officially confirmed. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert now faces the challenge of maintaining unity while guiding the league through a new era in which established stars and emerging talent must share the spotlight. At the same time, concerns have emerged that placing too much emphasis on commercial success could create the perception that business interests are outweighing the league's competitive values and long history, potentially leading to criticism that veteran contributors are being overlooked. Much of the debate centers on the WNBA's remarkable financial growth and whether that momentum reflects the overall rise of women's basketball or is closely connected to the Caitlin Clark effect, which has brought sold-out arenas, soaring ticket demand, and unprecedented attention whenever the Indiana Fever play. While team owners see enormous business opportunities in this surge of popularity, coaches and general managers remain focused on building winning teams, developing players, and making basketball decisions that support long-term success rather than short-term financial gains. This growing divide between commercial priorities and on-court competition has become one of the league's biggest challenges, with executives pursuing expansion, visibility, and revenue growth while coaches and players concentrate on performance, player health, and team chemistry. According to ongoing speculation, recent internal discussions were aimed at finding a balance between these competing priorities, and some observers believe increasing media attention could eventually influence decisions that were once left entirely to basketball operations, including scheduling and player availability. As the WNBA continues its rapid rise on the global sports stage, balancing financial success with competitive integrity will remain a defining challenge, while many believe important questions about the league's future direction have yet to be fully answered. According to ongoing speculation, NBC may be considering a documentary-style series that follows the WNBA's evolution, using a storytelling format similar to Drive to Survive while highlighting the league's next generation of stars. If such a project becomes a reality, some believe veteran players could have concerns about how editing and storytelling shape public opinion, since the way athletes are portrayed can influence how fans view rising stars, longtime veterans, and the league's changing landscape. Reports also suggest the Players Association may have emphasized the importance of ensuring experienced players continue to receive recognition for their contributions rather than being pushed into the background as new stars emerge. At the same time, many believe sports networks understand that rivalries and dramatic storylines often attract more attention than messages of unity, creating a difficult balance for league leadership as it encourages players to embrace the spotlight without allowing resentment to grow. Another major point of discussion has been the WNBA's public messaging, with some observers noting that official comments have become more measured following early season controversies, leading to speculation that players and league officials have been encouraged to speak more carefully about the sport's biggest names. Executives recognize that negative public remarks about a player attracting millions of new fans could weaken the league's momentum and damage its connection with a rapidly expanding audience. According to speculation, NBC's broader objective is not only to attract new viewers but also to keep them engaged over the long term, making it increasingly important for the league to present a unified image even when internal opinions differ. While players may not agree with every aspect of the attention surrounding Caitlin Clark, league officials reportedly understand that openly criticizing the sport's most talked-about figure could carry significant consequences. Throughout the increased spotlight, Clark has continued to represent the league with professionalism, remaining measured in her public comments despite the enormous expectations placed upon her. However, the pressure surrounding her success remains substantial, as many believe the league's current momentum is closely tied to the attention she has generated. That has created a delicate balancing act for league leaders, who are trying to maximize a historic opportunity while avoiding the risks of relying too heavily on one superstar. Looking ahead, some observers believe the off-season could bring discussions about officiating, defensive rules, or game flow in an effort to create a faster, more offense-friendly style that showcases star talent. Supporters would likely see those adjustments as a natural step in the league's continued growth, while critics may argue they could alter the traditional identity and competitive balance of the game. According to reports and ongoing speculation, this emergency discussion may represent a significant turning point in the WNBA's continued growth as the league adjusts to unprecedented attention and expanding opportunities. One of the key topics reportedly involved the marketing expectations tied to future media agreements, with new partnerships potentially placing greater emphasis on promoting the league's most recognizable stars. While showcasing star athletes is a common strategy across professional sports, some observers believe it also raises important questions about maintaining fairness and ensuring that other talented players continue to receive meaningful recognition. The growing influence of Caitlin Clark has fueled broader discussions about how the league can balance the excitement surrounding emerging stars while continuing to honor established champions such as Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson. According to speculation, representatives of veteran players may have expressed concerns that marketing campaigns could become too heavily centered on one individual, creating challenges in maintaining equal visibility across the league. As a result, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert reportedly faces the difficult task of reassuring players that increasing revenue, larger media deals, and the league's overall growth can create opportunities that benefit everyone, even if the spotlight naturally falls more heavily on certain athletes. In professional sports, commercial success and individual recognition often go hand in hand, making this one of the most delicate balancing acts league leadership must navigate. Looking beyond the current season, many believe the WNBA is entering a new chapter in its business strategy, transitioning from years of limited financial resources toward a model driven by stronger media partnerships, greater investment, global exposure, and increased star power. While this transformation offers tremendous opportunities for the future, it also brings new challenges as the league works to preserve its history and respect the players who helped build its foundation. The days of operating with limited resources appear to be fading as investment and public interest continue to grow. But this rapid evolution has also created tension between the league's traditional identity and the realities of modern sports entertainment. Broadcasters naturally prioritize audience engagement and marketable personalities, while league officials must ensure that growth, competitive integrity, and respect for every player remain at the center of the WNBA's future. According to reports and ongoing speculation, the meeting highlighted the belief that adapting to a new era may be essential for the WNBA's long-term success. Some observers believe future adjustments to officiating and overall playing style could gradually influence how teams are built, placing greater emphasis on speed, shooting, offensive creativity, and players who fit the league's evolving direction. Rather than focusing on one individual, many see this as part of a much broader transformation, with coaches and front offices potentially searching for the next generation of talent capable of thriving in a faster and more exciting style of basketball. The league's future could be shaped by high-scoring games, dramatic finishes, and non-stop action that appeals to a growing audience and attracts new fans. While broadcasters naturally value exciting storylines and memorable moments, league officials must also protect the competitive integrity of the sport and ensure that entertainment never outweighs fairness. Another area receiving attention is the role of rivalries, as compelling competition and strong personalities often increase fan interest. But there remains a clear difference between healthy sports drama and conflicts that could harm the league's reputation. Reports also suggest that concerns about overly physical play and speculation surrounding intentional targeting have become important topics, with teams and coaches reportedly reminded that dangerous actions could bring serious consequences. As the season continues, fans will be watching closely for any noticeable changes in officiating, player protection, game presentation, or marketing strategies, with some believing those developments could reflect the outcome of the reported discussions. More broadly, many observers view this moment as a possible turning point in the WNBA's evolution, as media partnerships, business investments, and financial growth continue to play a larger role alongside on-court competition. Superstar influence has always shaped professional sports, and Caitlin Clark's impact has become a major part of that conversation. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert now faces the complex task of embracing new commercial opportunities while preserving the culture, competitive balance, and traditions that have defined the league for years. As the WNBA enters this next chapter, the decisions made in the months ahead could help determine how the league continues to grow and evolve. What are your thoughts on the future of the WNBA? Share your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates.